My 24 male girlfriend, 22 female, and her sister, 20 female, are both pregnant with my children. Neither of them know about the other. I want to do the right thing. I have done a terrible, terrible thing. I've made a terrible, terrible mistake. I'm really not looking to be judged here, but I know it's going to come no matter what. I found out the same day about both of them being pregnant. I've been with my girlfriend for 2 years, and her sister and I hooked up around 3 weeks ago. It only happened once, and she told me that she was on birth control. Obviously not. My girlfriend and I have been trying, so I know it's mine. Her sister says hers is definitely mine because she hasn't been with anyone else in 2 months. I convinced my girlfriend to wait to tell people for a couple of weeks, and her sister said she's going to wait for me to tell the family. I need to come clean. I need them to both know early on so that I can sleep at night. I'm aware I'm going to be hated by their entire family and possibly all of our friends. I'm trying to do the right thing, if there even is an option. Any advice is appreciated. Okay, well, clearly these girls are going to be actually traumatized. They're going to hate each other. They're going to hate you. This is going to be a terrible, terrible, messy situation. Like, I can't even imagine because obviously these kids are going to be cousins. And then this dad is going to have to hopefully co-parent with both of the sisters. Meanwhile, the whole family is going to be like, what the actual mother effer is wrong with you? To, I would say mostly the boyfriend, but also the sister that literally slept with her sister's boyfriend. I mean, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be so crazy messy. I can't even imagine. When my sister was pregnant, her boyfriend got another random one night stand pregnant and found out, like, I'm pretty sure that my niece and her sister are like 2 or 3 months apart or something like that. And yeah, we found out that she was pregnant right after my sister got pregnant. And I don't really know how this happened, but he got a homeless girl pregnant. So obviously that was a mess in itself because once she had the child, she didn't even want to be a part of her life anymore. And she, had her own problems, which I don't blame her for. I don't even know where she's at now, but same with my niece's dad. Like, he also was having a lot of problems at that time and dealing with a lot of addiction issues. So he also really hasn't been in her life at all either, or my niece's, but my niece's sister has been raised by my niece's dad's grandparents all of her life. And they also have their issues, which thankfully they have money and like a house and stuff that they can like provide stuff for her. And like, I do believe that they're loving, but they're also like kind of alcoholics, I would say. So it's really just a big old mess. Also, this is so off track, but my niece's dad that I was just talking about, he had been seeing this girl for so long, and she and him were both like meth addicts, and they would just do that all day together every day. And he would go to her, she lived in a trailer park, and he would go to her trailer park like every day. And then one time which he never saw my niece like ever, but the one day that he got to see my niece for the first time in so long, he brought her to this trailer where his girlfriend was, who was also like 20 years older than him. And because he like needed his fix. That was like probably 10 years ago, I would say. And just recently, they were still like on and off dating. I think he was actually starting to see her sister. Sorry, it's so confusing. But her name was Bobby. And she just recently on Thanksgiving got murdered, which is insane because it's like my niece would go over to this woman's house. And that's another story. Like, I wish that she never went over there because it obviously wasn't a safe environment. And we found that out. And then, yeah, she literally was celebrating Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day at her trailer with two of her guy friends, and one of them sliced her throat. Okay? I don't want to be graphic, and the other one was trying to stop him, so he also got stabbed. So, yeah, that was actually so crazy. And I kind of forgot about that just until now. I was like, oh, so that's really great that my niece's dad was dating that woman. And I mean, RIP, obviously, like, terrible. I feel awful about that situation. And she obviously didn't deserve that just because she's an addict and was like getting, involved with the wrong people. I don't really know why that even happened. I don't understand. I don't know like the ins and outs of why it happened, because my niece she's obviously like, she doesn't see her dad anymore. She still sometimes talks to him, but he's still like on and off in his addiction, and it's been that way for a long, long time, and he's really like not doing well, and he hasn't been for so long, and he's just been like declining. But yeah, that was crazy when my mom told me that, because like I had met this woman obviously many times because she was in our lives. Anyways, sorry, that was so off topic, but that was just some crazy lore dropped. Okay, some people are saying maybe sister told a girlfriend that you slept with her, and then they planned this fake pregnancy scare to get revenge on you before she dumps you. Or maybe they really both are pregnant and you're fucked. So effed, in fact, that you may get pregnant this time. I'm going to just upvote your post to increase visibility for you to get feedback. I don't have any specific feedback other than come clean and deal with it. Yeah, also, it is interesting. I know that I'm sure you can figure it. I don't know. How early can you figure out that you're pregnant? 3 weeks seems really early to figure out that you're pregnant. How early can you find out you are pregnant after conception? Okay, the earliest test time it says here, which could be wrong, is 6 to 8 days after ovulation. Roughly 6 to 8 days after conception can show a faint positive, but 10 to 14 days is more reliable. Okay, so I guess you can figure out. But I'm sure it's like hard to actually get the correct, answer on the test. This person said, this seems like they found out about each other and now are trying to out you. Make sure they're both pregnant before telling everyone. Buy the test and have them do it with you there. Plus, 3 weeks, ? Seems uncommon. OP said, I've seen only my girlfriend's test. I've had this thought as well, but my girlfriend's sister already knew about us. What made you sleep with the sister? OP said, temptation. Alcohol was involved, but I'm not going to blame it. Where was your girlfriend when this happened? Her sister is aware of you and your girlfriend's relationship, correct? OP said, yes, she's aware. I don't remember where she was. I believe she went out with some work friends. What a POS. Temptation. Like, please, for the love of God, get your little wiener under control. Okay, this is the update. I debated on whether or not to post this. Since the original post, I was bombarded with hate and threatening PMs, including a dox threat. However, a few people gave me some really solid and helpful advice, so this is the update for them. I posted last Friday afternoon. On Fridays, my girlfriend gets off work at 10 p.m. I told her sister to come over around 9:45 p.m. because we were going to tell her the truth. She agreed and I waited. The anxiety I felt was tremendous, but I just kept reminding myself that this was all my fault and nobody else but me made that mistake. When sister didn't arrive by 10, I knew something was up. My suspicions were confirmed when they walked in the house together at 10:15. They sat me down and explained the situation. Sister had come clean to girlfriend, and after a brief quarrel and anger, they decided to F with me to see how long I would keep a secret for. Props to them because I was completely blindsided. Girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, was very calm and had her sister pack her bag to stay with her. I told her my friends and I would bring her belongings and furniture anywhere that they needed me to. She told me that she didn't want me touching her stuff and she would be moved out when I get home from work on Monday. Not the sisters banding together. I don't think I would forgive my sister that easily. Like, oh yeah, you just slept with my boyfriend 3 weeks ago, but hey, can I stay at your house after I break up with him? I'm not sure if I would ever forgive my sister, honestly. I would probably punch her in the face. This person said, surprised your ex isn't mad at her sister for effing you. OP said they were briefly, but sibling love is different than romantic love, so it's easier to forgive her. Well, good news. You saved 40% of your income on 2 baby mamas. Use a condom. Period. Like, please. So is neither of them are pregnant? Or one of them is pregnant? I gotta know. This person said, I will never understand people who cheat with their partner's sibling. Like, first of all, don't cheat, but if you're going to, out of all the people in the world, you can't find someone from a different family. Pure insanity. And then this person responded and said, if my husband cheated on me with my sister, I'd probably feel more betrayed towards my sister. Also, I think artist Frida Kahlo was betrayed like this, but she took her husband back. Period. I did my art history project in college on Frida Kahlo. I literally was up all night. I pulled an all-nighter and was watching, like, tell me why I was studying, and I was like, let me watch the Frida Kahlo movie. It wasn't even a documentary. It was just a movie. Like, I was so stupid, and I stayed up so late that night. I was so tired the next day. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.